और भाई क्या हाल है? उठ गए सब सुबह सुबह? गुड मॉर्निंग। देखते हैं आज का लीट कोड क्वेश्चन क्या है। आज अपने पे 1 to 8 रिमूव कवर्ड इंटरवल्स। ओके, seems easy. Let's see what do we have given intervals array. Okay, that consists of intervals of I from li to ri. Okay, we have to remove all the covered intervals basically. Okay, and what is the condition for being covered? This one. So this says, right, if I have a, I have b, right, anything that in between these, right, from any range c to d is covered. This seems pretty much straightforward. If I short and do, I think this will work. Okay. That, right. Let's think of this question like this, right? First thing is I need, right, c greater than, right, this c, right. Second, if I have two intervals, let's say x1 comma x2 and I have x3 comma x4, then I always need x3 greater than equals to x1 to be covered. So first thing comes, right, sort x increasingly. This is what we have to do. We have to sort the x-axis increasingly. Okay. The next thing is I need, right, for it to be covered, I need x2 greater than equals to x4, right? Let's say it is y1, right, for is y3, right? What do it means, right? Y-axis, we have to short y-axis on decreasing basis. So this is, I think, pretty much the question. Let's see one example and confirm this approach. We have 1, 4, we have 3, 6. We have 1, 4, we have 3, 6, we have 2, 8. Let me add another one, I 2, 4, right? Then after sorting, what it will become? 1, 4, 2, 8, right? We showed decreasing on the x-axis, right? 2, 4, and increasing on x-axis. Now what do we have, right? Let's say this is my current end, right? This lies is at 4. My next 8 is bigger than this one, right? 8. So this becomes my new end now. Now 4 lies behind this one, and my x-axis will be definitely bigger, right? This bigger or greater than equals to basically. So this 4, it's covered. So I increase my count equals to 1. Next is 6. 6 again lies behind this. So this is also covered, count equals to 2. So these two are covered by this one. So this is pretty much simple. If something not covered, let's say that there comes a 10, then I will update this to be my new one. So what is the algorithm? So first is sort what? X-axis increasing, y-axis decreasing. This is the first sorting that we need. The next, we define n equals to what? Let's say intervals of, right, 0, 1, the first one. Then what do? We do a for loop from I equals to 0 to n, and what we are going to do there, right? Let's define n equals to what? Right, intervals of I, and what is the next? Right, the 1, right? Then what do we check? If this n is less, right, the my previous, right, this n is greater than, then I increase my count. If it's not, then what do? We update the end, and in the end what do we return? N minus count, n equals to the length of the interval. So what will be the time complexity of, right, n log n for sorting, n for loop, which is equivalent to of n log n. I think this is pretty much straightforward. I think space complexity is what it used for the sorting, but we can effectively say one. Okay, so let's see the implementation for it. What we have to first sort x increasing, y decreasing. Okay, let's say we'll define n equals to intervals dot length. Then we do arrays dot sort dot intervals. Then what do we do? A b. Then what we are going to do, right? Then we have to basically write if a of 0, right? If our x coordinates are equal, then what are we going? Then we are going to return y in decreasing order basically. Then it means if the one which is greater, we need to give it higher priority. If say b is greater, then we need to give it prioritize, right? That's why we write it b1 a1, not a1 b1. Otherwise, what we have to return? We have to return integer dot compare. That's simple, right? A0 b0. Okay. The next is end equals to what? Intervals of, right, I comma 0, I comma 1, right? The first end. Then we start from I until I equals to 1, we do I less than n, we do I plus plus, right? We need one count 0, what do we need, right? Let's say n equals to what? So simply do, right? Intervals of I, right? That will be 0, 1, right? Then what I'm checking, if my n less than equals to n, then what I do, count plus plus, else what we do n equals to k. And what we are going to return n minus count. I think pretty much this is it. Okay, let's see what do we have. Integer, typo, intgr, typo we have. Okay, submit. So the time complexity is n log n for the sorting of n, so effectively it's of n. Yeah, thank you. कल मिलते हैं.